Broadcasting live from a future Halloween store in Lincoln, Nebraska. This is Mike and Jensen. We're here for another episode of the Chudcast.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes. Our last episode got cut short a bit because we had impromptu party happen at my apartment that I wasn't expecting, but
some fans caught word that the show was going on, so they decided to make an appearance.
Exactly. So, but it's good. It's good to be back. Different setup here in the apartment studio today. I've got a little more ergonomic, so hopefully the sound recording's a little better for both of our voices. We're always going to be able to take submissions from you guys for different topics you'd like us to talk about, but we've been just curating things ourselves. And you got something?
Yeah, make sure you get these submissions in before we get too big where we don't even check our own emails anymore. So,
when I live in space.
Exactly.
No place to start. Like the first thing I wrote down, so it's the Overwatch is adding a deathmatch mode.
Okay. So is it a team deathmatch where it's...
It is not a team deathmatch.
So it's a free-for-all.
It's a free-for-all deathmatch. As far as I know, you can pick one character. I think it's going to be a part of their arcade mode thing that they do. And, which, it's frustrating because they always make you get a bonus crate for those things. But, what I hear is what they're going to do. And I read an article on Kotaku, which is a very, geek news website. They said that it's going to be the top 6 players in the game would get the box. So it's not just the last one standing or most kills or anything like that gets the crate. It's anyone that's in the top 6 of the players.
Okay, so how many people are allowed? How many?
I'm guessing it's 12.
Okay.
Like it's the same amount as if it was, or maybe 10. Like the same amount as if it was 2 teams.
Right.
But it's just one. There's a little dog out there. I saw this meme. This is off topic, but we have our window open here, and I have a beautiful view of the courtyard in my apartment complex. And there's a chuddy looking guy, as I call him that on the Chudcast. There's a chuddy looking guy just standing out there, and it reminds me of this meme I saw today, and it was like a guy with a pencil thin mustache, and like it was a starter pack meme. It had like a pencil thin mustache. It had like old skate shoes, like socks up to the knee, and like a basketball jersey, and it said like the father that's walking his child around the apartment complex. I was like, that's fucking so true. It's gold. So true. Like they always look greasy.
Yeah, the Chud's on his way. He's going now.
Oh,
we should have got him in here to be on the Chudcast.
Just do a guest. So we got a real Chud in.
Get in here.
But anyway, back on topic about Overwatch. I think it's a good thing. It adds a lot of variety to the game, but it does change up the original reason that the game exists and the gameplay functions of the game. So it makes people think differently.
So, what I find appealing about this, and Overwatch has started to kind of go in a direction that I was hoping they would, is they open up game modes for people who play in different styles to be more successful.
Yeah.
The team, the base game of Overwatch, the people who dominate the competitive play are probably people who played a lot of Team Fortress 2 or Unreal Tournament and stuff like that. I like what they did with the summer games by opening up a competitive version of Lucio Ball.
Yes.
Anybody who doesn't know what Lucio Ball is, it is it's basically Blizzard's version of Rocket League using the character Lucio from Overwatch. So if this new like free for all game mode turns out to be successful, it could. I'm hoping it would be added into the competitive market.
Yes.
That way, it's giving other players who have different talents a chance to succeed and get into those top leaderboards that are probably held down by the same handful of people for each competitive season.
They've mastered it. I just started playing competitive yesterday, and I'm not like you have to do 10 games or so, however
Yeah,
many
10 qualifier
to
games.
get into it, and
that's the hardest part.
Exactly. Well, it's such a weird way of doing it because I feel like the team composition is so much of a factor. Like, I'll get into a game, and me as a player in Overwatch, I usually play either tank or healer, whatever the team needs. But sometimes you'll have a team and there's no tanks and no healers, so I have to pick which one I'm going to be. I'd love like a half tank, half healer character at some point.
If I can jump in on this real quick, just as a little side note, I know a lot of people have been talking about Roadhog becoming essentially ineffective because they've taken his one-hit kill aspect and basically traded it off to Doomfist to kind of popularize the new character. So some people have mentioned making Roadhog more effective by allowing him to heal on the move. I think they should allow him to heal on the move as well as the fumes from his gas tank being able to heal your teammates that are in a close proximity, mostly the ones that are kind of hiding behind you.
That would be cool.
It would, because I feel like the no tanks, no healers problem is just getting out of control.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only a matter of time before they need to make a tank that can heal the team.
Yeah.
I think that would be one good way of doing it. If your team can surround by the Roadhog, basically they could heal themselves.
Or also, along that same vein, I'd like to see a Rhesus ult be healing as well as attack. Primarily, I would say give it less attack up and more heal up. Because then that would make it a little more effective too. Like when it first came out, that's how I thought it went. And no, it's just attack. So with Doomfist in there, that makes it so you'll have a team. Well, you'll get queued up. You'll have a team that has a Doomfist, Hanzo, Sombra, and Genji on it. And there's no winning. There's no coming back from that.
Not at all.
People that main those characters are steadfast and they will not switch to win a game. They're just looking for that one giant hitbox Hanzo headshot, and that's a lot of H's right there. But it makes it difficult and frustrating because I like to play offense as well in that game. I like to be well rounded in any of the divisions. I want to be able to play pretty well.
Yeah.
And everyone, if you're gonna have a team that's all offense, they better all be pros in destroying, and strategic, not just running in one at a time and getting laid out.
Yeah,
it's maybe the deathmatch mode is gonna help those people that like to play that way get. They're gonna play that mode most of all.
So I have a prediction here for the free for all mode. I'm calling my shot. Look out for lots of Reapers. That is my guess. Because it is gonna be basically a Reaper deathmatch.
Yeah. So. I was thinking that too. Like, I feel like Widow is gonna be picked more than she does in team comp because being able to snipe people from far away, that's like Halo back in the day. Yeah. It was all about sniping, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, I'm gonna give it a shot, like I do with everything. I'm glad you brought up Lucio Ball because I've never played it yet.
Okay.
And because when a year ago when they first did the summer games, I hated playing as Lucio. Or I agree. It's because I didn't have him figured out. Right. So I was like, why would I play a game where I had to be Lucio when I could just play this new fun version of Overwatch or this new game that just came out pretty much because the summer games was its first event.
Correct.
So that's when I got it was during summer games, and I just wanted to play the true blue Overwatch. I didn't want to play with a character I didn't even like.
So, I'm in the same boat. I didn't play it when it first came out in the event last year, pretty much for the same reason. I didn't like playing as Lucio at all. I played it for the first time, I think, either yesterday or the day before, and just because I wanted that free loot box that comes with playing the new event. The first match, we got our dicks kicked in pretty bad. I didn't have it figured out. But by the second match I played, we did win. I ended up scoring 3 goals, which was kind of fun. It felt really good. But it's a blast. I think you would really like it. A lot of wall ride opportunity. And, certain spots on the map where you can propel your jumps like in
That's
Oasis.
Really cool.
So yeah, it's fun. It's a good game mode.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play it because I love playing as Lucio now, and I'm also really curious about Rocket League, and since it's so similar, like, have you ever played Rocket League?
I have played Rocket League, and it is lots of fun.
Yeah.
It is a very, very fun
They're going to be coming out with it on the Switch.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to get it then, instead of buying it on Steam right now or on PlayStation, just because I can hold it in my hand. But, I've ever since they announced it was going to come out on Switch, I've been more like, okay, let's see what this is. Because it's very, like, on the competitive esports circuit, that's a huge game, so...
I originally underestimated the game, mostly because, like, it seemed like it was an organic build-up for it. Like, it was pretty much word of mouth.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was really going to be that good, but then when I played it, I was, like, super impressed. It was such a simple concept, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, like...
and Lucio Ball's not too far off.
It's so simple that it seems like it would be an extension. Like, in Overwatch, Lucio Ball's just a side thing. It seems like it would just be a side thing, but in Rocket League, it's the whole game.
Yeah, it's all the content.
Yeah, so
Rocket League does have... I know you'd like it a lot. Rocket League does have a game mode where it's a hockey puck that you're playing.
Dude, that's cool.
Hockey
okay,
version.
I definitely
and
have to check that out.
That was my favorite game
Definitely
mode
have to
that I
check
played.
that out. That's awesome. That is super cool. I can get into that, you know. But, yeah, that's all I really had to say about it. It's definitely going to change things up a bit. Like, what if you're a character like a Torbjorn? Like, why would you be a Mercy? You know, there's no reason to. So maybe they'll only make certain characters selectable. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, who knows, man? Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
always
I don't know when they're gonna roll it out because they just did an update. So
yeah, I'm always looking forward to new stuff that Blizzard adds to Overwatch. So I won't complain to see it come into the.
Since we're talking about Overwatch right now, I wanted to mention it before we start talking about something else. How do you feel about
before we start talking about Amazon?
Before we start talking about Amazon for the whole show, you know, I have a lot of Amazon Jeff Bezos stuff to talk about. Jeff Bezos, Lizard Man, is my next topic on my list. But
all right, hit me. What would you want to talk about?
The summer event.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know why they called it Summer Games again. You could just call it Summer Fun or like this is a hot take right now, but I think they're avoiding a lawsuit from the Olympic Committee because the Olympics is probably like they're only doing it because it's the Summer Olympics this year. So they're like, no, we're gonna do it next year too, you know. So I think that's why they did it. To be honest, like I think they're avoiding a lawsuit for using the likeliness of the Olympics in for profit.
I think you're correct. I think the other reason they're probably doing it is because they probably plan on reusing all the events that they've already used. Yeah. So they're going to do Halloween again. They're going to do Christmas. Yeah. I don't remember what the events were called, but you know those. I think they're probably going to stick with how they did the Year of the Rooster event. I think they'll probably do whatever's next up on the Chinese calendar.
That's a cool idea.
I think they're probably going to keep rolling with those. So I don't think they wanted to exclude I don't think they wanted to exclude Summer Games, especially since it was their first event. Yeah. I don't think they wanted to be like, all right, we're gonna redo every event we've done except Summer Games. We're gonna try.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that's the reason why, a big reason why. I don't think you're wrong. That could be very possible.
But that was like my second thought about it. My first thought was there's so many skins that came out and that don't involve Olympic Games or sports in general. So if you look at the Soldier skin, the Widow skin, kind of the McCree skin, which I really want to know how you felt about, because we haven't talked about it yet, that McCree skin, because you're very judgmental about McCree and the skins he gets. Yes. Because his original Summer Game skin, I think, is arguably the best skin in that event.
Oh,
with the
absolutely.
American flag.
That was awesome. I was so stoked when I unlocked it in a loot box. Yeah. His new skin, I can live with it. Okay. Because it's meant to be silly, you know. I can deal with it. The ones I hated were the Scrooge skin. I thought that was absolutely terrible.
Yes.
And I hated the Blackwatch skin. I thought both of them looked horrendous. They kind of took away from his cool Western theme. I mean, he's supposed to be like the Clint Eastwood of the game.
It's true.
I think that Summer Games skin with the hat being large and you know, kind of having like a flare gun almost, like it's meant to be kind of goofy, but because I feel like the Scrooge and the Blackwatch skins were meant to be like serious and kind of like look cool. I think they just both look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Man, can we talk about how he got screwed by not getting like a Van Helsing skin for Halloween? That was ridiculous.
Tell me about it.
It's ridiculous.
Just ghosted him on that.
Yeah.
But I love the Mercy skin. I love how it's like Athena. It's like Greek goddess. I would love to see a like. I was thinking about it. Like, what if they did like a Western event? I would love to see a Dr. Quinn medicine woman skin for Mercy. Like where she's got like a big like prairie hat and like blouse on. I would love to see that. But I on the McCree skin, it usually says Banff on his belt, but it says Samph. Does that mean safe ass motherfucker?
I didn't even think of that. I thought it meant sandy ass motherfucker.
Well, because he's like a lifeguard, so I was like, is it swimming ass motherfucker, or like what is it?
My first thought was sandy ass motherfucker. I thought the beach, getting sand in his crack.
I love on the Widow skin how they made her like in a bathing suit, because obviously the fan service, but her visor, it's just like sunglasses that are resting on her forehead. That's smart. That's really a really cool. Smart idea. But yeah, overall, in like the soldier skin, it's too much. They're trying to do fan service with the dad stuff.
Yeah, they really are.
That doesn't scream Summer Games to me, you know.
No, it just kind of screams summer.
It's just summer, and it's also August. They dropped the Summer Games in August instead of like they could have dropped it in mid-July or early.
I agree.
You know, they should have dropped it for 4th of July weekend, I think.
Right.
At the end of the day.
How about Overwatch has got such a big international community. I don't think they would ever back themselves into a corner by doing an event for an American holiday.
Yeah.